ورقم العلم دافع البلاء والباء قهة المرض والألم اسمه مكتوب مرفوع منشور منقوش بالوحي والقلم سيد العربي والعجم جسم مقدس معطر مطهر منور في البيت والحرم شمس الضحى بدر الدجى صدر العلا نور الهدى كيف وراء مصباح الظلم جميل الشيم شفيع الأمم صاحب الجود والكرم والله عاصمه جبريل خادمه براق مركبه معراج سفره سدرة المنتهى مقامه قاب قوسين مطلوب والمطلوب مقصود موجود سيد المرسلين خاتم النبيين شفيع المذنبين أنيس الغريبين رحمة للعالمين راحة العاشقين مراد المشتاقين شمس العارفين سراج السالكين مصباح المقربين محب الفقراء والغرباء والمساكين سيد الثقلين نبي الحرمين إمام القبلتين مسيرتنا في الدارين صاحب قاب قوسين وهو برب المشرقين والمغربين جد الحسن والحسين مولانا مولى الثقلين بالقاسم محمد بن عبد الله نور من نور الله يا أيها المشتاقون بنور جماله صلوا عليه وآله وصحبه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وسلم.
آمين آمين آمين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. وعليكم السلام. وعلى أربعين خلوة أزلة رياض وسلوك في هذا المكان at the masjid. What did I say? We're asking to gather our hearts in our Shaykh's holy presence, in the presence of Awliya, in the presence of Grand Shaykh, in the presence of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, asking mercy and blessings and light and wisdom and love to descend on us, to lift us up, to inspire us how we can move on our way, on our destination. Allahumma salli wa sallam wa barik ala sayyidina Muhammad. One time, Maulana Shaykh Nasir said he was going to give a talk. He was in his room getting ready. He said, Shaitan, the devil, or anyone watching on Facebook or YouTube, it's on YouTube also, or this one? Shaitan came to him, he said. He said, what you're going to say? You said everything already. Leave it, what you're going to say to me. Shaykh Nazim, Allah bless him, he said to Shaitan, when my grand Shaykh's knowledge is going to finish, I'm going to finish speaking. If his channel is running, must be some place to move on it. We're asking from Shah Maradan, Sayyidina Ali, he said that the key to every knowledge is makhafatullah, to fear Allah, or be aware of Allah, to feel yourself in His divine presence. Well, the Quran says, do they think that no one is seeing them? They have now everywhere security cameras, and they say our phones are also spying on us, our TVs are spying on us, the refrigerator is spying on us, the robot vacuum is spying, everything is spying now. What about Allah? You think no one is seeing them? Everyone can believe that the intelligence companies is looking at think that Allah is seeing. Think that Allah is seeing. Khalwat, Darul Anjuma. Seclusion or solitude with people, solitude in the crowd, is one of the principles of this Naqshbandi way. To try to get to a state where you're always in seclusion, in khalwat. Not need to go especially to a room or a cave or to the mountains or to the desert. I'm going to make my zikr here with no people around. This Naqshbandi way tries to make you to reach to a station. You're going to be in seclusion with people. It means to be with Allah. To think that He's seeing me. Allahu Hadri, Allahu Nadri, Allahu Shahi, Allahu Mani. The beginnings of Suluk, according to Shaykh Abdul Haqq, al-Best. Think that Allah is seeing me. Allah is present, seeing and knowing deeply everything about me, what's outward and what's passing through inside. Security camera can see what you're doing, they can't see what you're thinking. They're trying to make chips to see what you're thinking also, but yet they can't know. And Allah is with me. That you can't be in existence without Allah. One of His beautiful names, one way to be with Allah is by reciting His beautiful names, make zikr of His names. Kul illallah or Awidu Rahman. Say, call Him Allah, call Him by Rahman, call Him by any of His names, says Holy Quran. And one of His names is Ahad. Kul Allahu Ahad. When they try to describe Ahad, no description. No description. Absolute oneness without any possibility of a second one to be in existence alongside that one. There was and no one is with Him. Even Shaykh Muhyiddin, Allah bless him, he always be looking to us with his love for the sake of our grandchildren. He said, don't you say Ya Ahad, no one will recognize you. Who is saying Ya Ahad? There's no one here but me, says Ahad. To be with Him. It means to say Ya Ahad means to remove yourself. Only Ahad is. Therefore, we saw on the internet, Shaykh Adnan, rahimahullah, God bless him, he put a short clip saying all the codes and secrets for the Allah's names and attributes can be found in the simple zikr or a simple dua. Ya Ahad, Ya Samad, Sali ala Muhammad. Allah is Ahad, and no one is with Him. Allah is Samad, not in need for anything. Creatures, we're fully in need for everything. We can't go from one second to the next second without this to be sustained. If He's not keeping us, we can't be in existence. Our existence is not self-propelled. He didn't create the world and it's running by itself. It needs to be continuously sustained. Only He is Samad, without any need of anything. Ya Ahad, Ya Samad, Sali ala Muhammad. Samad, Salli ala Muhammad. Ya Ahad, Ya Samad, Salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. There is, and no one is with him, not in need for anything. Only saying Salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. The only one that can understand what is that station of oneness is prophets. They say Allah, no partner for him, and Sayyidina Muhammad, no partner for him. And the one who is dressed with the highest attributes by his Lord. By any name you want to know him, he is a description. He is that one that was raised to the station of perfection, the highest. Who can be more than that? Whatever the highest one you can, that one. That's his name, that's his description. That's its description also. As a phenomenon. The most beloved, the most perfect, the most near, that one. Say, I don't like to be someone from Arabia, but never mind. Say it's a phenomenon, that force that he made the first one. That there can't be anyone more than that. Whatever you want to call. It's enough to say like that only. You are, nothing is with you. Samad, you're not in need for anything. Sayyidina Muhammad. Show me its meaning. Show me my meaning. I read so many books. I read Holy Quran. I read Old Testament and New Testament and other books and books of this and philosophy. I can't understand anything. Show you who I am. What am I? My Lord gave me an existence. What is that? Show me. Oh, that one who's been given whole knowledge. He said, I was given ulum al-awwaleen wal-akhirin, from the first to the last. It means including me. Oh my Lord. Oh my Prophet, show me me. What am I? Qul biyadi ya Rasul. Show me who is myself. For what I'm alive. Day by day, going, eating, drinking, restroom, sleeping, coming, shouting, running. Why? Who am I? Why we're here? Who's asking the question? Which politician coming to the microphone saying, oh people, can anyone there tell me who I am and why I'm alive? Who am I? What am I? We want your vote. Then we vote for you. Take my vote. What's a vote? Air. Who? One was to think about such questions. To think, to think such things, to be with such ideas, makes you to move step by step from dunya, from this common life to high, to Mawla. To become lost in such thinking, to be in a seclusion even with people. You're sitting with people, coming, going, doing everything, but you're not with them. You're lost with Ya Ahad. Might be shopping, might be driving, might be going, might be coming, eating. But what is this? You're taken to a different situation, perspective. this where we have to come to know before we're going from this life. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم. People are doing every kind of badness and criminal activity that can't be imagined even. They lost, some of mankind, they lost their humanity, they lost their souls. How did it happen to be taken to such a level? You can read every day, no one reads the newspaper anymore, but through the internet, we're seeing and hearing about activities you can't believe it's happening. People are doing the worst that can be imagined. How it happened. How they got put in such a position to behave like that. What happened to them? Well, the Quran says, move to another. One guy said the spinning plates, go to a different plate. There was, when we were young, a TV show, and they had one guy used to come on, he was like a circus, like an acrobat, but his act wasn't to jump through fire or to walk on a tightrope or ride an elephant. His act, he'd take a stick and put a plate on it, and spin the plate, balance it on the stick. He'd put another plate, and he'd have one guy comes on and says, I have different plates going, you have to follow. So we moved to a different plate. He would keep them all in the air at the same time. So we have to keep a different idea. How they fell to that level to do what we're reading about and hearing about nowadays. Criminal. إن الشيطان لكم عدو فاتخذوه عدوا. Before that, يا أيها الناس إن الله حق فلا تغرنكم الحياة الدنيا ولا يغرنكم بالله الغرور. That if you leave to think about your Lord, what we discussed in the first part of this talk, to try and get yourself to open yourself to a higher reality, to be thinking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His attributes, to think about God. For those on the internet don't know these terms. If you stop thinking about that and make yourself only for this life will mislead you, trick you, guide you. No limit for how far you can fall. Therefore, caution. This world has to have a caution label on it. Only this much is enough, not more. Only this much, not more. If more, you fall into an endless trouble. If no limits, no limit to the trouble you're going to fall into. Mostly these big troubles come on billionaires. No limit for what they can do to enjoy themselves. And when all limits are taken off, they fall into the worst things. And not only they're suffering, but all around them suffering because they have power to affect who's below them. what Shaykh said. He can call people to try to change their ways, but he said he was like a oasis in the desert. You have a small pool or pond and a few trees around it and a little bit of green for a few yards around it, and then back to the desert again. You can make green only around it a little bit. Mostly it's a barren desert now. They are for us. And we're only asking to remind ourselves and to remind people, to call them to try to be with Allah Almighty, be with God. Not important to say God, 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 Allah, 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 what you want to say. I go to places, they have different kinds of chants according to their beliefs. Not only important to chant, important to be with Him. And to be with that one means this one has to go. How to be with Ahad? There is no second one. It means the ego has to disappear. He said to the professor, no spirituality as long as there's ego. And you can understand that meaning from lower to high. To try to make our ego to disappear and enter into our souls, to enter into Allah's oceans, divine oceans, prophets' oceans, whatever oceans we can reach to. Wa min Allah tawfiq. Everyone has to know his limit. Who knows his limit keeps his limit. Shaykh Hashem used to say. This is as high as I can reach. What's the lowest wattage you could? We're looking battery chargers today. 99 cents one watt. And the expensive one, many watts. Which is the cheap? 1 watt. 7 watts. May Allah forgive us. Bi hurmati Habib, bi hurmati Fatih.